Hi everyone, it's Melissa from Silhouette School. I hope you are having a great Thursday. Today we are going to talk about cutting multiple pieces of vinyl or paper or whatever your medium is at the same time. And we are going to I'm going to show you how to use these exact grid lines and the little bitty numbers that run along the top and the bottom, both on the mat and in Silhouette Studio, so that you can make sure that you get your cuts on every time. So this is what it's going to look like on your mat. I started getting my mat ready. We're going to actually add more vinyl to this, and I just want you to see how small. This is a 2x2 or a 2x3 piece of vinyl, and we are going to hit every one of these perfectly, hopefully, when we cut all at the same time, okay? So I'm going to swing you around and show you how you set that up in Silhouette Studio, and then we will finish putting our vinyl on the mat, and then we will cut it. So bear with me because this will take just a couple minutes. I like to try to keep these Facebook Lives under 10 minutes, so let's hope we can do that. Okay, I'm going to swing you around. Now, the first thing that you want to do in Silhouette Studio, I like to work with my matte white. I just find it easier to work that way, okay? So I have my matte white, and these are all, like, this can be anything. This could be any kind of shape that you either have or parts of a design from your Silhouette library. I'm just using circles to demonstrate. So what I've done is made these, given each one of the circles a fill with the fill tool, okay? So this one is obviously gray because I'm going to cut that on gray vinyl. This one's red because I'm going to cut that on red vinyl. This just helps me know where I need to line everything up. Okay, so once you have your design like that, as you can see, it's much easier to figure out what you're doing when they're colored as opposed to transparent. So just fill them in. Now, again, your machine is not going to color these in gray. It's not going to do this orange. It's not going to do any of that. This is simply to help you remember where each piece is going on your mat to coordinate with the vinyl that you're going to actually place on the mat. So now what you want to do is turn on the grid lines. So to do that, you're going to go to the design page settings up at the top. Now, down here where you have the reveal, pull that all the way over, and now you have grid lines on your mat, okay? I mean on your virtual mat. So these grid lines line up. They are the same exact grid lines as what's on your actual cutting mat. Now here's the thing. If you zoom in really close, you can see that each of these blocks along the left side and the top is numbered. Again, they coordinate with the numbers that are also on your mat. Can you see that? My mat is really well loved here. Okay, now what we're going to do is move these pieces apart. So I'm going to put gray in one corner. I'm going to put orange in the other corner. Okay? Now, zoom in, and you're going to notice that the gray piece is covering boxes 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. So you have a 4 or a 2 square inch spot here that's going to be cut. Now go down to your mat and make sure that your gray piece is covering those exact same boxes. So it's covering 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, which is where it is going to be on. It's also covering in Silhouette Studio. All right? Now go back up here and do the same thing for all of the colors. Now, I'm simply going to cut, and I'm going to pull the camera back in a second so you can see a little bit better how accurate this is. But now I'm going to cut my vinyl, and you will see that it's going to cut right on each piece as I have it in Silhouette Studio. Quickly, you can see that because I lined it up exactly as it was on the mat in Silhouette Studio, I was able to make a really precise cut there, even though this is a small scrap piece. And all of them are like that. So you have a big scrapbook layout that you need to cut like 10 or 12 pieces with. You just put them all over your mat, send it to cut one time, and it will cut for you. Now, the one thing that is important to point out is you don't want to put vinyl on the mat and paper on the mat and sticker paper on the mat. Like, you want it to be all the same material because your cut settings will be different unless you add a pause and all that stuff. But that's a whole other story that we're not going to get into today. All right, guys, thanks so much. See ya.